Hello, good morning, Boridar. It is I, Farmer Ben, once again, back with the outrageous British accent and the silly little wavy men. Here they are down by my windmill. Never my meat-producing windmill. It's a very unusual kind of windmill, honestly. There they are, he's giving away. Anyway, good morning and welcome back. It's time for another edition of New Stuff, because sometimes in the game, new stuff appears. Obviously, this is the very exciting new stuff, which is called Season 3. Now, I'm just going to quickly collect my things. No, you're not going to do it? No? Never mind. I'm going to say this is the second time, my second attempt at this video. Unfortunately, I was going to show you the sort of intro to a Season 3 and everything else, but I did manage to sort of semi-record it, but then I managed to press the stop button halfway through it and lost loads of stuff and basically made a mess of it. So, yeah, if you don't like this video, I would just ask you to remember that the first time I did it, it was awesome. It was like the best video you would ever have seen in your whole life. I suspect this can only be a disappointment following that. That said, remember to like and subscribe and everything else to the channel to find out more stuff that's going on. Just quickly as well before I start, the last video I actually managed to get as film and post was about the raid tournament and choosing raid tournament defense team. I was advised, somebody very wisely said, swap Mother North from the right hand side to the left hand side because she puts up a defense, where she brings people back to life, and when they come back to life, if they're to her right, they will then automatically use their attack straight away if their mana is fully charged, which is quite a useful one. So top 1%, so my attacks have gone reasonably well. I think I've lost 7 because I didn't have to use gems, but I often do on 5 stars, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost. There we go, yeah, 7 losses. Defences, last time I checked they were B. I'm going to hope they're still B, or maybe gone up to A would be, but no, B. So about 50-50 on the defensive side by the look of that. So win some, lose some. So not doing too badly for my defence. It means I did sort of suggest, Quintus is quite a good option as a tank when you can't colour stack against purple and you have the rush attack skills. So that seems to have sort of held up okay. What else was to say? Not huge much. Right, let's go into Season 3. So when you go into Season 3, if you go to the map, you get very slowly, a map might appear. There we go, and now you'll see that obviously at the top you've got seasons 1, 2, and 3. If I click on Season 3, this new map appears. Now the map, obviously, it's when the story starts, a portal appears in our base saying something about a new form of darkness appeared, and this strange gateway has appeared, leading to something about 9 realms and whatever else. It's very obviously based on Norse mythology. So at the moment I'm in Midgard, obviously the land of people. I don't really remember the too many of the details of all the lands of the Norse, but obviously you've got Vanaheim, Jotunheim, I'm not sure what that one is, Svartalheim, Niflheim, which I believe, that's the land of the ice giants, that's one I can remember. Helheim, no, I can't remember what that is. Muspelheim, again, can't remember what that one is. Alfheim, and then presumably in this sort of large gaping hole in the middle of the map will be where Asgard eventually appears, because obviously being based on Norse mythology, I'm sure Asgard will come up, and doubtless something about Ragnarok and everything else. So I've done the first province, Midgard pathway. Let's just have a quick look at Midgard Woods. Now, I think if I press into number 1, it will give me the story mode. Hopefully it will come up, because I don't think I've already seen it. Yes, here we are. Agnes Bjorn, you spoke of a threat. Dum, 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 dum. Bjorn, oh, there we are, he's coming in. Talking about threats and dangers is kind of her thing. She's very good at it. Okay, brothers and sisters, this is, here she is. A Viking maiden. I am the daughter of a seer. The gods honour me with visions. And what have you seen of late? How small is her waist? Look, it's tiny. Of late, nothing. The gods are silent. Oh, there we are. This guy sort of appeared in the background a couple of times. Not quite sure who he is yet. Oh, no, here he is. And his name's Anwinder. Again, I'm not suggesting that Small Giant create unrealistic body image types, because that's pretty much how I look insofar as pasty and blue, but I don't have the muscles. You don't know the half of it, fools. Minions, kill these weaklings. Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to guess that isn't really going to go his way, or that well at all. But anyway, so here we are. This is the sort of standard. I mean, it's not no major difference on the normal screens at this point. I would choose a team. I'm currently set up because obviously what's called Strikewood was out, so I'm just going to rebalance my team just for a minute. Really, at the moment, I'm kind of I'm more or less farming it. I'm not. It's not been too. They've not been too hard, the missions so far. But obviously, I do have quite a lot of 5 stars and powered up 5 stars and what have you. And I haven't tried hard mode at the moment. I've only just been working my way through the storyline on easy. Dumpty dumpty dum. So what you get is these. You can see at the bottom of them here. There's a couple of these runic rocks. I can't move them physically, so I can't slide them about. You see that one in the bottom corner is sort of shaking because it won't let me move it. But they can be. You can make them move if you line them up with other tiles of the same colour and so on. So if you'll see that there we are. I haven't moved one yet, but if I slide this red up here, then the purple one moves up. So that's it. You get a bonus if you line them up, which is quite nice. It just seems to be a fairly easy bonus. So you'll see that by doing that, I've poisoned my enemy. You can see the little poison purple things appeared. The yellow ones increase mana, red ones set them on fire, green ones recover health points, and blue reduce defense. So yeah, it's a useful sort of little bonus, really. I'm not finding them too hard to use generally. It's sort of just a question of waiting until you can line them up with other tiles of their own colour, or a dragon bomb. You can blow them up with a dragon bomb, like I didn't do there, but it wasn't a choice there because the dragon bomb was in the wrong place. But in theory, I could have done. You'll see the enemies are sort of reasonably tough. I mean, you can see they've obviously managed to do quite a bit of damage there to what's her name, Elena, before my healer went off. So they're not. They're not sort of a pushover bunch, the enemies, but they're not horrendously powerful at this stage of season 3 either. Presumably, like season 2, it will get harder and harder and harder and harder. The little guy with the shield, I'm sure he's one of the season 1 heroes. He's just changed his facial hair a little bit. I can't think what his name was. No, it's not going to come back to me. Brogan, it did come back to me. No, anyway, there we are. So standardish sort of things with the working your way through the levels. If you find them hard, you can always sort of use stupid, I missed the 5 in a row there. You can use the dragon. What do we call it? The old tactics, battle items. Use once you've defeated one wave, or you're on the wave before the bosses. Just get all your heroes' mana charged up. Those kind of sort of little tricks, which which are the kind of things I would advocate if ever you're sort of finding anything a little bit tough. Is use the screen to help you out. Oh, my phone's going a bit slow there. It's tricky. I've got 2 phones, you see, which I use. This is my old phone, which is why it doesn't run so well. But the plus side is it's got enough space, and the video recording works quite nicely. Whereas my new phone is very short space, and the video recording doesn't work so well, which is why I tend to use the old one. You'll see that little yellow rock that started off down the bottom has now worked its way all the way up towards the top of the screen. Still going. Still haven't got through it yet. I'm not going to use Elena because they're a bit tougher, I think, than they were last time around. Because it certainly seems to be taking me a long time to get through them. I'm going to just trigger this 5 in a row before I forget about it. I'm assuming that the 5 in a row will also blow up the blue rock, which will lower the enemy's shields, which will be quite handy. So the boss is a wild boar. I think they're on season 1 as well, the big wild boars. But sometimes you get a single boss, like there's a giant troll guy. I've had him a couple of times. He was all right. I mean, he wasn't any particularly that much harder than having a boss and 2 mobs, but that seems to be the way of it. You may also have noticed I'll just mention it when we get back to the map screen. You can see that the last level is a bit more challenging, and you get one of the sort of season 3 heroes you have to fight along with a couple of mobs. I don't really know the season 3 heroes yet. I will very quickly flick through them in a moment, just for your entertainment and delectations. Oh, blimey. Right, sometimes, I hate doing this, but sometimes when I literally can't see a move, you can just click auto. It's a neat little trick, actually, mainly on Titans, it works quite nicely. If you literally cannot see a move, and sometimes, I assume it happens to everyone, you can just press the little auto button, tap it on, tap it off, and it will do a sort of guaranteed move for you really quickly. Works nicely when you're in a hurry. As I said, I've mainly been using auto on these anyway, so this is just making it a bit quicker, but this is taking a bit longer than the last sort of wave, the last few levels did. So, let's just see, we're just beating the guy here. Now, when you complete a mission, which hopefully I'm just about to do, albeit that it's taking a lot longer than I had hoped because of I guess it's just getting that bit harder than it was last time. When you get to the end of a mission, there's other things I could do here. I haven't colour stacked. I haven't done a lot of the sort of things which would help me speed up a little bit. But I might have to start doing that a little bit more now if it's going to take this long. I'm getting bored. Right, so here we are. We're through the mission. We get to the end of the mission. You get your standard victory screen comes up. And at the end of the victory screen, you get given some stuff. And as it's the first time I've completed it, just like on Season 2, you get given some coins. These are Valhalla coins. Now, the Valhalla coins can be used at the Valhalla summons. I'm just quickly going to point out as well, it's gone back to, there's two on this stage. You've got these harder missions with potentially some elite enemies, but certainly you get a tougher boss at the end of those missions. So they do come up as well. Now, in terms of the Valhalla summons and the new Valhalla heroes, I've not really looked at them in any great depth yet. It seems very unlikely I'm going to get any for the foreseeable future. The Valhalla Gate, Summons Gate, looks it looks sort of like a Norse gateway type of thing, assuming it's the picture that appears. Hello, Jean-Francois. Au revoir, Jean-Francois. So the Valhalla Summons, you've got these various heroes. So as always, they are a mixture of the slightly crazy and excessively attractive and well-endowed young females. Again, the realistic body image being created, I'm not entirely sure. So we've got some Valkyries, as you'd expect. Again, like with the unrealistic body images, you've got this guy. He looks a little bit like me, rippling chest muscles there, which is what I'm exactly like. This guy's the one who looks like me. Belly, crazy hair. Big nose. Yes, that's more like me. There we go, that's the one. Then you've got this guy. Yeah, he's fairly normal looking, surprising. I'm not even sure what's going on there. Big blue Viking-y guy. A Norse god guy with a big horn. Everyone loves a horny god. A couple of people with missing bits, which I'm assuming is some kind of. Well, I'll find out which group that is. Another excessively attractive female. A blue attractive female, a squirrel, I should say. Seems a bit random. A troll, I believe, or a giant, and then a dwarf by the look of that one. So there's a few interesting new characters before you get on to the others. Sumle, me Sumle. It's Shrek. Might be Fiona from Shrek. Could be. Anyway, Fiona from Shrek. Didn't expect to see her in this. You've also got this. I'm just going to have a quick flick. Oh, can I just see some other stats? Let's see. We can see. So Ratotskir recovers 42% health for all allies, and then just some weird. All nature shields on the board become enhanced. There we go. So that could be quite handy. I'm guessing he could be particularly useful against like Titans and things if you can enhance all the green tiles and then pummel the Titan with those. I reckon that could make a huge difference. No, I don't. So I don't need to do just a standard summon. Thank you. So that's pretty good. Fenrir, big wolf thing. Sif. You wouldn't want to put Sif with Alice, would you? That would be awkward if you had Sif Alice together. Sorry, bad Farmer Ben with terribly offensive joke. She looks a bit like somebody out of Frozen. The caster nearby allies counterattack with 100%. Oh yeah, so she's like a counterattack and receives less damage. So she's could be quite useful, I'm guessing. Depends on your views of counterattack, I guess. Bjorn, Nodri, Tyr. Yeah, so there's a lot of new characters have been brought into play. Tyr, not sure again, what's happened to his arm. Yeah, deals 285 damage to the target, 60% chance to bypass defensive bursts. The target receives 196 bleed damage. Caster regenerates 548 hit points. Caster dies during the next 4 turns. They are resurrected. Yeah, no, that's going to be quite tough. Quite a good, probably raid hero, I think. Mist, Heimdall. Oh, Heimdall doesn't look like the one in the one in the movies, does he? Can you see Heimdall, Boon of Gjallarhorn. Boosts health of all allies by 500. If health exceeds max HP, it is added as temporary health points. That could be interesting. Especially, could be interesting. Max temporary HP is 100% of max HP. Boosted health counters max HP reduction. Each fallen ally has a 20% chance to get revived with 30% hit points, and all allies get plus 30% attack for 4 turns. So he's a bit like Mother North and Alberich. Seems to be a green hero thing. Yeah, he looks pretty solid as a hero. He'd be quite good. Bylf, I think Bylf. Maybe he's the sort of crazy one who'd appeared in the game earlier on. I don't know. Kvasir doesn't look so well. He's holding a load of honey. Brynhild, again, there's the realistic body image we should promote. Fiona from Shrek. Not sure who that is. Squirrel Nutkin, Blue Girl, and I don't know what's going on with these ones. What is going on with these? Must be some kind of North mythological reference that you have these people who are like invisible but wearing armor, which seems to be losing the advantage of being invisible a little bit, if you see what I mean. But there we go. Let's not dwell on that. Anyway, so that's it. So there's a lot of new stuff, which doubtless we'll find more about as we go through the game. It remains for me to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, there was the first version would have been like infinitely better. So if you enjoyed this one, the first one would have been like so awesome you wouldn't believe. I think I've already mentioned, please remember to like, subscribe, make a comment and everything else. But if I didn't, do. And may death come swiftly to your enemy. This is Farmer Ben saying goodbye for now, unless I can't manage to press the stop button, in which case I will have to start again and go goodbye for now.